What is a Juneberry? No, I like to think that I've heard a lot of fruits out there. I thought that I've been exposed to many different kinds of fruits and vegetables, mostly fruits, but I don't know what a Juneberry is. What? It's no. I'm not believing you that it's not named after someone named June. Maybe June was named after the berry. No. People that name June are named after the month. But I have done the research to find out and tell you guys what a Juneberry is. Hey everyone, Caffeine Man here, and today we are going over the newest Red Bull. That's right, Red Bull actually comes out with 2 new flavors a year, sometimes on rare occasions, maybe more, but they do a summer edition and they do a winter edition, and they have just released their new summer edition, and that one is called Juneberry. Another interesting flavor name from them. I will tell you more about it coming right up. Hello again everyone, thank you so much for joining me today where I go over everyday energy for everyday people on my channel. It is primarily energy drink reviews, but I do the occasional caffeine safety video as well as caffeinated products, so if that sounds like it might be right for you, feel free to hit that subscribe button. I post new videos every Tuesday night and one on the weekends. And also be sure to check out my website caffeineman1.com for how to save money on energy drinks and to find out a little bit more about me. Got tons of information on there for you. And in today's video, you know what we're doing. We're going over the new summer Red Bull flavor, Juneberry. I am briefly going to tell you what I know about Juneberry, go over some of the numbers in the drink on the nutrition facts panel, finish off with the taste test. Let's get this ball rolling. And taking a quick look at the nutrition facts panel, you're going to see we have 110 calories, 90 milligrams of sodium, 28 grams of carb from 27 grams of sugar, 2% of your daily value of calcium, 80% your vitamin B12, 100% of your niacin, 50% of your daily value of pantothenic acid, and 250% your daily value B6. These numbers are for the 8-ounce can. Not all the stores carry brand new drinks right away, so I was actually able to grab this at Sonic. Yes, every summer Sonic has their slushies, or their slush type drinks. They probably have a special name for them. And they always do a Red Bull edition. But I did not get the slushie. They will actually sell you the can. So if you guys are looking to pick these up and they haven't been in stores near you and you have a Sonic, just go right through that drive-thru and ask them for a can of the Red Bull Juneberry and they will be able to give it to you. And if they don't, ask to talk to somebody else because they got lots of kids that work there and they might not even know that they're able to sell the cans. Or maybe it's a situation where I talked to a kid who didn't know they weren't supposed to sell the cans. That could be it too, maybe. But just go through the window. I'm sure you won't have any problems getting it. We've gone to 3 different Sonics over the years, and they've all sold us the can. But what is a Juneberry? Juneberries look similar to blueberries, so they are commonly mistaken for blueberries, but there are definitely differences. The color is slightly different than a blueberry, and the nutritional value is a little bit different. Juneberry is a little bit higher in vitamin C and iron, but hey, they're both fruits, they're both berries, they're both good for you. But how is the flavor a little bit different? A lot of people were saying that you get a little bit more of a cherry flavor out of these berries, and some people even pick up on notes of almond. I would have to think that that is more when they're like baking with it and stuff. But I've never had a Juneberry, so I'm not actually sure. Just telling you what I learned from my research. They are most commonly grown in Canada, but they can definitely be grown in similar climates. And there are several places in the northern United States that also grow these plants. Now, the interesting thing about this and how they got their name is that they can only be grown in June. It's one of the most unique fruits that can only be grown in one specific month. So they plant them on the last day of May. And then by the last day of June, they have this mad rush of employees out there picking all the berries because you have to get them before the last day of June. And like I said, they are mostly grown in Canada, but several places in the US have them in the northern part of the US. And I'm not going to repeat myself. I just threw that in there to say, hey, did you actually believe what I said about only being grown in the month of June? That is ridiculous. You should not believe everything everyone tells you or what you read just because yeah, no, that's not true. They're not, who can grow a plant in just like a month, let alone an entire like bush or tree or however these shrubs are made of a full blooming fruit 1 month. No, they do actually ripen. They're ripe. They're the best in season in mid-June, but they're not just grown in June. That's like their season. Guys will believe anything someone tells you online. Come on now, come on. Let's go ahead and taste it out. Here's the can. It's got a nice dark blue on there, and they can't just go with one color, so they have a tiny bit of this pinkish purple color there for the name. I mean, if you don't believe me, I'll show you again. I showed you way too quick. But yeah, so they went with you know, a blue from blueberry or Juneberry, but they give you that little pink purple there too, just to give you a little bit of flair on there, you know. There's a bit of an aroma to it, a little berry aroma. People say I never talk about the smell. Carrot smells like carrot tastes. Got a purple color there. Purple is coming from blue one. And this 8-ounce can has 80 milligrams of caffeine. Your standard 10 milligrams per ounce. Let's taste it out. Not used to this side. So you're getting a medium carbonation out of this. I'm not sure if it's the can that I got, because when I popped it open it didn't really make much noise. So it could be a medium to medium high carbonation, but what I'm getting out of this can is a medium carbonation. For your sweetness, I would say you're getting a medium to high sweetness, closing in on high. They do use a decent amount of sugar in there, but I think whatever that Juneberry flavor is, I think the Juneberry might be pulling back on the sweetness just a little bit. And for your flavor profile, I am also going to say you're getting a medium to high flavor profile, closing in on high. And I gotta say, Red Bull used to be the go-to drink for so many people, and actually it still is, because it's just so well known. But back in the day when I used to drink energy drinks, there wasn't a ton of selection, so whenever Red Bull came out with a new flavor, you had to try it. But now, the energy drink market is so competitive that I think a lot of other companies are giving you more solid flavors and more like punch of flavor. So if you like strong solid drinks, there's a lot of them out there, and I've actually been just a little bit let down by the new releases by Red Bull. I mean, they only come out with 2 a year, so there's not that many, and then I'm usually not overly impressed. The last time I really loved one of their drinks was the coconut berry that they had come out with. It was my favorite drink for the longest time, still scored super high, and they did a good job with their watermelon, but they're very hit or miss to me, in my opinion. And usually their summer editions are the only ones that usually make it into the regular line. If the drinks do well when they're released, they will actually put them into the regular line. And there hasn't been a winter edition yet that's made it into the regular line, only the summer flavors. So let's actually get into that flavor. The flavor is similar to what I was reading online, that it does have a berry feel to it for like a blueberry, but it does have this little bit hint of a cherry to it. And I think that people are gonna like it because it's not like, it's a very subtle kind of a cherry, and I don't think, at least I hope I don't think, that those people that don't drink cherry drinks because they think it tastes like cough syrup, this doesn't have that flavor to it at all for me. It's more of a natural kind of cherry flavor, and I think that the sugar that they have in there helps not taste sort of medicine-y. But it is definitely not a cherry drink. I'm just letting you know that there's a subtle hint of cherry in there. It is primarily kind of like a berry drink. If you didn't tell me what this was and I had to kind of taste it, I would probably say it tastes like a berry flavor or a blueberry. It's definitely not going the way of like a blue raz, and if they actually call this a berry cherry, or they'd probably call it cherry berry, because cherry berry sounds better, but it doesn't really taste overly cherry. I would say, let me give you some percentages. I would say you're probably getting this 80%, maybe even 85% of berry flavor out of it, with this little bit of cherry that's mixed in there, 15 to 20%. But it is something that makes it a little bit different than most of your berry flavors out there. It is actually a pretty good flavor. I don't think I'm getting any almond out of it, but I will go back in. I will try it from the can, not just the cup, to see if I can pick up on any other flavors. Not really sure if you could pick up on many nuts in a drink, actually. So I am sticking with my cherry berry kind of flavor, and there's not a ton of just blueberries out there. Red Bull actually used to have a really, really delicious blueberry flavor, but I'm tasting some of that blueberry back in there, and like I said, probably about a 20% kind of cherry in there, but a natural cherry flavor, so it doesn't taste medicine-y. So where is it going to be going on the Caffeine Man rating chart? I think this is something that could potentially make it into the regular line. They really do need more flavors in their regular line to stay competitive with the other companies, so I think this probably will sell pretty well. Definitely has a chance to make it into the regular line. I'm going to give this an 8.7. I think it's a really good flavor. I would like more solid punch of flavor. I really love to see more sugar-free additions from them, but for now, This is again 8.7. If you've tried this drink, let me know in the comments down below what you think of it. And if you want to know what I think about all the Red Bulls, I did do a video ranking all the Red Bulls right there. And if you actually have 45 minutes of time and want to find out a little bit more about my personality, this is a compilation of clips that my viewers thought were some of my best moments. They've said that my personality really shines in those videos, so I'm trying to get more people to find out a little bit more about Caffeine Man. And until next time, have yourselves a great day. Hit that subscribe button or night.